Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Enjoy the Dortmund scarf here. As we last left off, I was 5-2, I think, in foot champs here. I think that was the record. I definitely had 2 losses at this point, so the weekend's a bit of a wash for us, and we're just going to kind of talk about how the game has been for a little bit here. That is how these have been. Do let me know how you've been liking the foot champs gameplay as it's been. It's a little bit boring to talk about the goals, I think. It's a lot of the same kind of just repetitive movements and all that, as I've kind of been complaining about what the game is for a while now. But yeah, if you do want a little bit more analysis on kind of the goals I'm scoring, what I'm looking for, do let me know. As it is, I'm just kind of using these as a way to talk to you all, just kind of communicate about the game. So the live streams are kind of, if you want to see how I'm playing, you can pop in and see what I'm looking at there. But again, if you want more of that from these videos, definitely let me know. But we're just kind of treating these as not waffling necessarily, but as a good way to kind of explain just my general thoughts on the game, what FC25 has been here. I guess what's really interesting for me this year is the only reason I really play FIFA at all anymore, like this has been true for year after year after year, like you've got to think of what gaming is right now, and I don't know, man, like single player games used to be really good, and I don't see a lot of people playing them, and like they're obviously so big, but it's a lot about the online game now. And as it is, like looking at an online game like this, is it as fun as something you could get from just, I don't know, playing something more enjoyable, maybe something more silly, less competitive with friends? And I try, and then I just come back to this one. I'm like, leaving my mark on the game with the dribbling is just so enjoyable in this one for me. It's really just, I feel like I'm leaving a mark on the pitch, a brush stroke, you know. I'm going to talk about that in another upcoming video here shortly, but it's a nice, like this kind of thing. We get a penalty there. We're just being silly. Obviously, the end of the match, so we're having a little bit of fun, but like, that's really pretty. Don't even show the penalty kick, because you've seen, like, if you're watching my content, you've seen penalty after penalty after penalty go in. Like, we're here to try to watch something more fun, I think, is the idea at least. As opposed to these ones, which are just sprinting, but hey, they happen. Yeah, for me, it's like, I really just, I want to leave that mark on the pitch. I want these goals to be uniquely mine, to be something like you wouldn't get anywhere else that nobody else could do. And just have this, I'm not going to say they're artful or beautiful necessarily, but they're pretty, they're fun to watch. And that's kind of the point, and this is the hardest year we've ever had. One of my biggest complaints we've got right now is just defenders jockey faster than attackers, like strafe dribble or agile dribble. It's really disappointing. They just cover so much ground, and they're quicker. It's like, why is L2 jockey actually quicker than an attacker's movement? When, you know, that's the whole point of my 99 agility attacker versus your 75 agility center back. It's just disappointing. I mean, it's got to be better balanced. Like, yeah, if the point is that these lengthy, that's a great goal from Palmer. That is a really, really well done one. But if the point of these players is like, well, so the agile attacker is supposed to be explosive accelerate type, they're supposed to get past quicker, more acceleration, but the center backs are supposed to be a higher sprint speed, then like, my first touch needs to get past you, and then I need to get caught up. But I never even get that first touch pass anymore. It's just, they catch up immediately. They have faster acceleration than my players. It's very strange to me. I'm not going to turn this whole thing into complaining, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. Again, one of the upcoming videos here will be, what is this one, by the way? What happens here? We're going to show this one again. I feel like I've been experiencing this more and more recently with just some weird physics decisions. And partially refereeing logic and partially just like the collision system. Huh? What do you mean that's not a foul game? And this is why I'm trying not to take it as seriously. You know, I was going for very heavily for the rank ones for a while, and then got a little bit disappointed that I've stopped getting them, and now it's kind of, well, it genuinely can be like, yes, there's moment after moment after moment in a match. You can get many attacks, and you know, if you do better with them, you can. But like, it's so hard to do better with them. It's so AI dependent that, you know, my skill this year is not enough. Nobody's skill this year is enough. It's got to be, okay, you've got to combine it with just the run happened to be made that time, and, you know, the defender didn't intercept it when normally they do. Like, this is just a game where I've had the same chances the opponent has, and they've scored theirs and I haven't, and that, like, another game, it could go exactly the other way. This kind of thing. He's got Power Shot Plus. I have scored those before. This game I decided not to. And again, if I play this opponent and we do everything else exactly the same, the game would just decide, the next time we play around that I score these shots and the opponent doesn't. It's what it is. It's what this year is. But again, like last year, I felt like as long as I was good enough, no matter what, I could at least get a couple goals a game. Now, if I'm bad defensively, I might not be able to score enough to offset that. But for me, I'd be able to, no matter what, guarantee I could get at least 3 or 4 goals a game. You don't have that same guarantee this year. You really don't. What a first time cross that. Like, games like this, I'm very just confused by how this game works. We've seen a couple weird bounces in this one and all that too. It's just whatever. Obviously, it's 6-2. It doesn't really matter at this point, but still, weird decisions. Decisions that could just go the other way. And then we happen in the next match, and look what you're able to do. This is a genuine, and we'll watch this one again. This is a genuinely, really, really, pretty goal from Cole Palmer here. Start off with the L1 Elasco thing. We've got a drag back. We've got an L2R2 move there. It's really well done. You can see the difference. It's just a tactical thing. Like, I wouldn't even say this opponent is like worse or better than the other opponent. It's just their team isn't set up the same, and that's easier to attack. That's it. The attacking movements, the AI of all that is so rigid in all these games. I mean, you're just kind of stuck on the same patterns and all that. I said I wasn't going to complain too much more. What a video game we've got on our hands. And I know I've seen from more of you, more and more, that there's not as many of you playing the game anymore. We've definitely experienced a drop off, and it always happens after Team of the Year. It's happened because the content's bad. Why are we going to Ronaldinho there? Again, it's just I'm getting that more and more too. The player selection on the passes is very strange. Yeah, I mean, it might be something like the Mycon Cup that brings people back, but honestly, people are just back online for the cup, not really for champs and all that. So you can definitely tell people aren't very happy with the game, and it's very strange because I've never seen the community rally together and be in agreement with things like I have with us post-patch. So we've had 2 this game. We had the one where it goes to Ronaldinho, despite him being offside. And I've skipped past it here. Yeah, this one where it just doesn't register the pass. Like, it doesn't let me switch back up. I'm a little lucky with the interception, but hey. I'm just feeling more and more and more I'm feeling, and I genuinely don't think that's, cope or anything. I think that's I feel like these things are just getting weirder. I don't think it's for one side or the other. I'm definitely noticing that I'm scoring a ton of stuff like this too. So I don't want to, it's not like this isn't an issue with my account. EA, I don't believe in DDA or scripting or any of that. But just generally, I'm experiencing a lot of general weirdness on both sides of the pitch. Even one like that, like tricks or flick, a little weird with a header. You put your opponent in a really difficult situation. You have to be able to cancel things in a game like this. It's always frustrating when you're locked into a header that you're going to lose. You should just be able to cancel and back off. There's no reason you should be forced to take it. But anyway, we're also getting some pretty ones, and that's part of what I'm playing for too now, I think, is just maybe 40, 50, 60% of the game, somewhere around that range. You just face opponents that are using the wrong tactical setup and then only control their CDMs or play in a very specific way, and it's not a skill thing. I really don't notice the skill of my opponents much. It's just which method of play they're using. It's not that one's better with defending with their CDMs or the other. It's really just everyone defends with the CDMs the same if they control them and not the center backs. Everyone and this one's very lucky here. But everyone, defends with their fullbacks the same if they don't really touch the center backs, just the wide players. And you can do more things against that than you can against the CDM only control. But it's a similar problem. It's always going to be the same results against the same people, no matter how good they are. You don't tell, you really can't tell if somebody's good or bad at defense, just if they're good at maintaining their shape. You really can't tell if somebody's good or bad at offense, just if they're good at playing through balls right now. So it's a very strange game. And I'm getting my share of interesting ones in this match. Although I feel like I'm noticing the goalkeepers are a little bit harder now too. Like that one with Sancho, I definitely think should have been a goal. This one here too, definitely disappointing. But hey, it is what it is. And And we'll be looking at... Oh, I feel like I've gotten back to form a little bit more on the other account. Oh my god, man. I forgot about this one with Stones. I know it's John Stones, a center back. I know he's got like 68 shooting. Come on, man. I want to take a look at the accuracy on this one to see if I'm actually aiming that far off target. Yeah, I feel like I've returned to form a little bit more, so I'm not as concerned about the results. And also the results have gotten better. So I'm playing a little bit better, as it were, but it's been an interesting game for a while here. And I wish I had some way to, again, beautify it, because I want my dribbling style, but if I keep the ball a little bit deeper, there's no space, you get pressed too hard, and then you've got no passing options because there's such a gap between it. There's no, like, bridging between your like, defensive and midfield line. Yeah, and they just... I don't know. It's very static, it's very stationary. So I would love if the game would just give me, like, a dribbling formation, where it's like, your players get in good spots, but they never make runs forward, and I'm like, you know what, I can take that. Just let me be able to pass to them, and I'll create all the magic myself. But that doesn't exist, you know, it's way too easy to defend by just staying stationary. That breaks it, and so you've got to have somebody running in behind, but then for running into behind to work, you need incisive pass and lengthy players, and it's not the way I'd want to go. Let's take a look at Stones here. I suppose that is off target, huh? Actually, it looks like it might be aimed more off target than it actually goes, considering it hits the post. Maybe I'm lucky the shot gets that close, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, this final match here, we do have a PK shootout, I believe, to get onto here. So I will leave you... Oh, do we? I don't recall now, actually. Let's find out. You know what? I don't remember this one. No, we do end up conceding here. Okay, I think it is a PK shootout. I'm pretty sure I score here. It has been a couple days post, so I have forgotten a little bit. This one's lucky. That's right, I do remember that. A little bit of luck on that one, because this one definitely could be getting blocked here. Again, this happens, and he's anticipate plus too. So this happens both directions. You know, sometimes it happens for you, sometimes it happens against. This is very lucky. Deserved, maybe, considering the chances we've had, but hey. Let's take you to the live reaction of the PK shootout here. Alright, I cannot believe this game's gone to pens here, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll take that. Bottom right was the first. Let's see here. I'm gonna go it again. Nope, okay. That's not where I'm aiming. That's annoying. Shame. I'm thinking this way. There we go. Come on, that's better. It's fine. A little lucky, it's fine though. We're really unconfident in these. It's the pressure pen, you're going that way. You're not. Okay. Alright. And let's see. Going back this way. No, I had it! Oh, come on. Come on, man. I have no idea at this point. There we go. Okay. Alright. Well, anyhow, thank you for watching. We'll be back with some more content. I've actually got some fun stuff coming up. I might do some more analysis type videos, or part analysis, part breaking down why things are really difficult in some of these matches in particular. I might do actually kind of a reaction video coming up, so stay tuned for that. And we've got the other accounts, Foot Champs games, to come up, of course. So definitely do let me know. Hopefully you've been enjoying these videos. Let me know what thoughts you have on the game right now, what you're finding fun and what you're not, and how you've been finding the content lately. Yeah, if you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one, everybody. Take it easy now. Peace.